Hey everyone, my name is chaoticwolph and welcome back to Homestuck. We are entering the final leg of the adventure, I guess. A lot of crazy stuff has happened, a lot of bad stuff has happened, and then some fun time travel stuff happened, but then some really weird storytelling by Caliborn happened, and you know, the reader had a mental breakdown as you would. But now, strap yourselves in. We're gonna enter Act 6, Act 6, Intermission 5. So it seems like it was Vriska's hand that stopped the disc. What is this? The Vriska circuit. It's her Instagram. Or Vriskagram? Okay, who drew all this though? Do believe this is Kelly's art style. This is like a super fast rendition of what happened in the new world where Vriska is alive. Okay, these are some exaggerations. Also, Gamzee is like some kind of weird prisoner now. Look, it's the mayor and Dave and Carcat, the best of friends, of course, dude. What the hell, dude? He's still trying to hit on her? Don't fall for it this time, Terezi. See, it worked. Now they're best buddies. Time traveling does pay off. Is that supposed to be Jade? Yeah, this all seems a little too happy to be true. I think this is just Callie's reimagination of what happened. She's helping you get over your alcoholic problem, Rose. This is a pretty good art style. This is what the rest of Homestuck should be. Oh, the other version of her is still there. Did not expect that. So now instead of Gamzee, she's the one that's messing around with stuff. Is that god-awful tattoo? So did anything actually change? Because it just seems like instead of Gamzee, she's the one that meddled with everything. Which, you know, it could just mean that the same thing happened. Because time likes to correct itself, right? Oh, there's something behind here. Oh, it's the moon, I guess? Which got blown to bits. There's a tiny little thing over here too. It's just everybody hanging here all buddy-buddy. Is she asleep or is she dead? Okay, is this... what's their name? Vriska? I don't remember, but that's the Tavros Vriska sprite, right? Even though she's like here, and then... I'm pretty sure that's Jade. Okay, I guess they're just like here asleep all the time. Because otherwise they would like revert to their evil ways or something. Is it time yet? No. Oh. How about now? No! Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more accessible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little longer. I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to like... up here? That's my understanding, yes. You mean... here. on this frog circle thing? I don't know, somewhere in this session. At which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out. So Jade came on a gold ship through a tiny window apparently, but John wasn't on it? Well, his corpse was somewhere, but that John doesn't matter anymore. Kinda like how there was a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalan girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Night of Time, end quote. But someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission. No, it's cool, you can have that thunder if you want it. When exactly is this supposed to happen? Soon! And she's unhurt. Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalan girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either, but apparently things went wrong for them in about as many ways as you can imagine. Presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order. Of course, Vriska. It's because you and Tracy weren't around. That's why things went terribly. Although, why is everyone here but Dirk's not here? Not quite sure. Oh, snap. Wait, this is only Tavros, right? Okay. I guess since Vriska didn't die, it would make sense. Aha, but yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska. Thanks, Tavros. Hey look, I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and that I don't really know what's going on most of the time and therefore am forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, maybe you can take a moment to explain why Tavros is not a sprite. Maybe because she murdered him anyway. And Equius too? And also, why Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic looking sunglasses? That's still a Arquius. Thanks in advance. Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. Literally the times. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanaya? Did you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of 2 of our deceased friends. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fair. No, I got that. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their session? Yeah, they did months ago. From the current frame of reference, but this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this. A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Skya, unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the contest has already done for us via Grimbark Jade prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point though. The bottom line is, this session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels, waiting to be put to use. So, not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff, and I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave rested the tome away and began scribbling phalluses in it while giggling like children, so I guess that still happened. Maybe? I guess that rings a dong shouter. A what? Dude, laughing my ass off. What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light boars? Oh, that's how I feel, dude. There's so much stuff to remember. Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect, and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we are double-handedly saving the assets of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates this categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Whom do you think I was referring to? Winky face. Wow, okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap? I'm still spouting off here, I think. That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself, and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready. Okay, I figured out some stuff I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here? You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor. Which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Aqueous again? After 3 years, like, hey guys, hi again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here, we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghosts. That kind of lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon, sorry. Hey buddy, don't wink at me. Greetings old friend, this is Aqueous, right? Not to worry, I have stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personally couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I am very busy here, so stop talking to me completely. Ha, oh man, classic. Ha ha ha? Okay, that was weird. Yeah. And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years? That's why I said she is the new Gamzee. Hopefully she doesn't have the personality of a crazy clown, but you never know. That's a bit fucked up even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought they would have like rotted by now or something? Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned. Dude, that's such a Gamzee thing. I think she turned into Gamzee. Well, shit, that's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn if it didn't just get solved, so that's fucked up. If you would stop being a wuss for a half second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did. Oh yeah! Tavros, don't interrupt. Whoops. Then I made a Aqueous sprite happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with a beef rockets to the top of my shit list. So please, I enthusiastically invite one of you no-taste mouth breathers to talk smack about the A-man. Make my day. Vrisk, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks he's pretty cool. Like, just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro. I guess enough to make me not feel like... Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me while I'm talking of a Aqueous sprite. That's the rule. Own, well, own. Oh, shut the fuck up. Second, the guy is a fucking tactical genius. Totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives? And since I can't stick around for too long, your party is going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Aqueous. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off, so now we're square. You mean triangular. What? Triangular. I don't... It's the shape of my damn glasses! Oh, see what I mean, guys? He's a fucking riot. Agreed. Thank you for the strong endorsement. Low blood / person I've never heard of and don't care about. I'll be finish my work here momentarily. There's a lot of typos here. Are they on purpose? Excuse me, Mr. Aqueous? What exactly are you doing to her? I am disabling her tiara top. Oh, that would be so helpful after 3 years, man. It is extremely delicate work, not to be trusted to human hooves. Yes, I've also decided it's imperative to reclaim Cracker from the Condis before she can wake up and cause more trouble. What about Jade, guys? What about Jade? Her powers would be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everybody. And since heroic death should be getting handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is gonna come in handy. Also, is this where Gamzee is? It's the fridge, but it's like all chained up. So, what about our other dead friends? Huh? You know, Nepeta, Airden. Who cares about Airden? Oh, right, them. I was getting to that. Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska, but I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun, on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Yeah, sorry, I had a lot of logistics buzzing around my brain. It's hard to keep you apprised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on, okay, Pyro? Okay. So after prototyping Tavros and Equius, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Fafeta's gonna make a comeback. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. You mean like the half of... Oh, Solix? He doesn't need it, he's still alive, man. Nepeta, Feferi, Erden, and Solix's dead body? With his half-ghost floating out there with Aradia? I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining. And there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite to make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in a Arceus sprite's case, since those 2 nutjobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally, I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter. But if I may suggest, nay, perhaps, command, you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it. Assholes. No! Arceus sprite, your reservation is noted, but the hemo spectrum is bullshit. It's not going to factor into this decision. I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care, as you were. So considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. I think that's actually a really, good assessment. It's fair and makes sense. They can live out the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles, which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup, in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Man, Vriska is really thinking about them backup lives. Really smart, actually. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance. Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling. Maybe we should just ask them if they want to be arrived. I think that's also fair. Come on, Trezzy, I'm not saying I'm an authority on mortality here. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech. Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solus's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Erden? He murdered Feferi and tried to kill Kanai and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in this running. Trezzy, you're absolutely right. That's why you're the judge, man. But Nepeta and Feferi? What did they ever do to anybody? Yes, this is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Erden's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made. Or Feferi's, or Nepeta's, or Solix's, or anybody's. The only reason I chose these 2 over others is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did. Plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think you of all people would be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride, not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know the justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Erden is a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back. Trezzy, please, let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here. We do? Yes, we are equally important to the party as its overarching executives, the ones with the most experience in the department of gout and ruthlessness. Guys, the problems can be just solved if you just ask Feferi and Nepeta if they want to be revived. Maybe they don't want to be revived. I may project my voice louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you are always the soul of Team Scourge. Are you being manipulative, Vriska? I wouldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to. Yeah, okay, you're right. I'm behind you all the way. Trezzy, you kinda agreed too easily. I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime. You do? Where? in the hunger trunk. I've stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member. God, Gamzee is so crazy, he probably loves being with all the dead bodies. Huh? Honk? Oh. Wow, yeah. I think I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later. Suit yourself. Putting Gamzee in there is the best defense because no one wants to see him. So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that, inferring what? That Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in Peapod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on this meteor. Is this it? Is what it? The plan you were hatching all along? Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader final? I think it's happened already. Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense rearing its ugly head for a change. Oh, got it. Good. Wait, no, don't got it. Ugh. It sounds like you're just like being the leader now because you want to, and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? See, guys, we should just ask questions. Ask if Nepeta and Fifrey was to be revived. That takes care of everything instead of just bossily, deciding everything yourself. Karkat. Karkat? Karkat. Yo, Karkat. What? Oh my god, dude, were you just not listening to any of that? To what? What? What's happening now? That's why he's not leader anymore. Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not one to talk. But at least I had the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing? Sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm guilty. I zoned out on some circuit's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay? Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Showing up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What are we talking about? It's private. I didn't hear you mumbling anything though. We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it. Smart. No, yeah, I know what that's all about. How, when you talk to the mayor and most of the time words are even necessary, like he just knows? Man, the mayor is just so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him. No, that's fucking stupid. Just... What were you saying? When I was spacing out just then? Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role. And if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about that, or... Oh, that's a good one, Dave. Wow. Me, leader, too funny. I am entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Why is everyone being such fakers here and lying out of their asses unless they have literally been manipulated by Vriska? I'm starting to believe that actually. Vriska, have you been manipulating them? I'm sensing some very heavy manipulation here. Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I've seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties with some fate accomplished shit for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I've been able to keep my blood pressure down and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing, euphoria-hobbled turdvana. Okay, so vintage shit fit it is. I see, it's just Karkat being super sarcastic. It's very impressive. Karkat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role due to acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's going to need to step up when I'm gone. Where the hell are you going, Vriska, man? Alright, Circuit, that'll make this a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as a leader of this group. Or any. Forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious, yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position so long as it isn't me. God, Karka, I can't tell if you're extremely bitter or you just really don't want that role. Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton. You're going to such lengths to pass to me, Karkat. Honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction, but your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated. Excuse me, Miss Leader? Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting. For real, what was this meeting all about? Vriska bragging? Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer is very soon. As soon as Egbert and Alan get here. Oh right, that's what we were waiting for, I forgot. Which should be right about, are they coming? Oh my god, why do you, they all have like weird smart watches that are like their things? I don't even know. Just give it another second or two. Right, Vriska. Right about, yo, can we maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge. What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Honk. Oh. Yeah, never mind. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up! They're here! Well, alright guys, before we see if John and Roxy Lalonde, actually get here, let's put a pause on what the hell has happened in this different timeline. So, it seems like, you know, they've effectively captured Gamzee, so he hasn't been going off and like helping Lord English, or Caliborn I guess, presumably. But then, it seems like Vriska did some of the stuff that Gamzee was responsible for doing. So that kind of brings into question whether the timeline kind of sort of remained the same. I guess that might get answered once like John and Roxy come here. And I'm kind of worried about what the hell they've been doing, unless they just immediately zap to here after they, you know, reunited. So they might not know anything either. And I feel like a lot of characters that are alive are not in this scene, so I don't know what's happening with them either. Like, where's Dirk, for instance? Because it seemed like Vriska took Equius's head, prototyped it, and then, I guess, what's his face? AR dude also got prototyped. So this is AR Equius sprite. But where's Dirk? Is he like, alright, where is he? I don't know, I'm very confused. A lot of questions about how this new timeline played out. But for now, I'll leave this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Let me know what you think about it, and I will see you guys in our next video.